Hey guys, welcome to Finish Awesome Friday for another week. So today I thought I'd just put out a one-time video for this time of year. Obviously we've been going over the diets of being awesome. Next we'll go over the training and the mindset over the next few weeks after Christmas. So this is the last one before the new year is out. So I wanted to just change it up and just give you a bit of advice that you may need, or just give a bit of information out there. You may disagree, you may agree. Well, as always, it's my opinion, and I thought I'd just throw it out there. So it's this notion of surviving the holiday period. Okay, you may have seen websites and fitness professionals and that giving advice on surviving the holidays without gaining weight or without putting on fat and all these ridiculous notions from there. What I wanted to say is that all of that is complete crap. Okay, I don't generally like to dismiss things in this industry. I don't like to be too negative in things. I know information is great, and even the bits of information they give out, things like controlling portion sizes and making sure you don't drink too much and all those other things that are pretty obvious anyway. But guess what? It's the holiday period, and that's what people do. It's the time of overindulgence. So the actual fact that they bring these out is just for clickbait or to promote themselves and their products for the new year for yourself, so you can lose some weight. Okay, surviving. Okay, the people that are surviving this Christmas are people that are homeless on the streets. It's cold. They have to survive. They have to try and find food and shelter to get through this holiday period. Or people that actually are starving in many countries, including our own and other ones from there. They are surviving the Christmas period. What you have to do is just go through a period of eating a lot more and drinking a lot more than you probably would on a normal basis. And guess what? That's absolutely fine. You just have to kind of understand that's going to happen and do it and deal with it. The actual point is you're meant to be enjoying this time of year. You're not meant to be looking at it as a negative or a period of time that you dread. Okay, it's meant to be embraced and enjoyed throughout the world. A time to be with family, to overindulge together, to watch some rubbish Christmas movies, and to have a few drinks. Okay, you don't have to go crazy. If you are one of these fitness people, then the fitness douches I like to call, that like to make sure they don't overdo their calories and don't drink too much over the Christmas holiday. Then well done for you. Enjoy that time. But I like to actually enjoy my time off with my family and make sure that if I get an opportunity to overindulge now and again, I will do so. And guess what? I'm not going to count calories over the Christmas period. I'm not going to count my macros. I don't really care. Anything that I do over this period of time is going to be easily forgotten anyway. Okay? The weight that you're going to put on in 1 week and 1 day, and this is something that I talk about quite a lot with the Efficient Nutrition System, it doesn't make any sort of difference from there. Now, if you're coming into this holiday a little bit overweight, or going through an early, pre-Christmas weight loss so that obviously you can get a kickstart for the new year, then that's great. That's a good thing to do. But don't look at this week as any different as you would before. Okay, this week is a holiday week. Now, what I normally tell my clients, and I obviously give them information to myself, when you go on holiday, it's a completely different environment to the way you would live your normal life. And in fact, it should be, because what happens is, as you go through life, is your body will go through particular cycles and get used to it. And actually, when you give it a little bit of time off and take the breaks off, it actually does it some good. So why not just treat this week as that one of those weeks where you can just write it off. Now, you don't have to go crazy for 7 days a week, as I'll explain, but if you did, then it's not going to be something that's detrimental for the rest of your year, okay? It's 1 week or 1 day that you are going to go a bit crazy, okay? For the rest of the time, if you're doing the right things, then it won't really matter. So don't stress out about this particular week and what you're going to do. Okay, let's look at it in terms of math, if you want to look at it in math. Okay, so 1 day, okay, if you were to go crazy just on Christmas Day and that was it, and you thought, right, okay, I'm just going to let the brakes off, I'm just going to eat as much Christmas cake and turkey and vegetables as I want, then that is 0.3% of your entire year. Okay, 0.3. So you still have 99.7% of your year which will be coveted, and you can live healthily and live good. And guess what? That 1 day wouldn't have mattered. It doesn't matter how many calories you would have consumed in that day. It's not going to affect the rest of your year. So you just get back on the wagon, go from there, which is most people are going to do anyway in January. So let's be fair from that. Now, even if you went crazy for the whole week, okay, 1 week is 1.92% of your entire year. Okay, it's not even 2%. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this. It's nothing. Okay, 1 week you can write it off and say that was a bad week. Now, this is what I say, as I say, to my athletes and how I look at it myself. Okay, you can have, you normally have like sort of 2, maybe 1 holiday a year. Okay, so if this might be your 1 holiday, your 1 week off where you go a bit crazy, then enjoy it. If you have 2, then that's fine. And if you even have up to a month of bad eating. So that's 31 days. You can pick out the year and say those days are holiday days. I'm not going to concentrate on calories consumed. I'm not going to concentrate on eating healthy food. I'm just going to eat what I want. 1 month is still only 8.49% of your entire year. Okay, we're not even talking 10% of it. Okay, so let's not get too carried away with a little bit of bad eating, a little bit of enjoying yourself and just overindulging as much as you want. Okay. Now, this next bit of information is not from me myself. Okay, I would love to say that I create and come up with all the ideas from my own training things, but it's just things that I've learned over the years from people much smarter and much more intelligent than me, and you know, in much better positions than me in this industry. Okay, but if you look at the work of the Renaissance Periodization, okay, by Mike Isotel and Dr. Dave Hoffman, okay, those guys, those two doctors, they work in the field. They've got a lot of scientific background, and they've written some great books, which I would always recommend to look out for online and purchase those. Now, one thing they talk about is set points. Okay, so let's just say you had a crazy week. Okay, you went for the whole week, you went mental, and you put on, let's say, 5 kilos. Let's go absolutely nuts. Okay, so you put on 5 kilos over an entire week, but for your body to hold a particular weight. Now, your body does hold weight. When people talk about set points, what it does is that it finds a weight and it can hold it that, and if you hold it at that weight, it will be the new set point for your body. So whatever weight you are right now, your body is quite happy at that weight, which is why a lot of people sometimes struggle to lose it or to gain it, depending where you are. You have to really work at those to get the results you want. But the good news is to stay at that particular weight you get to, you have to hold it for a period of time. Generally speaking, they recommend 4+ weeks maintenance at that particular weight before your body treats it as a set point, and you can go on from there, which is why you shouldn't be dieting all year and why you shouldn't be mass gaining all year, because you need to keep resetting and finding those set points that you can work from. Okay, so a recommended amount is 4+ weeks. So even if you went absolutely nuts for 7 days, went crazy, and then woke up New Year's Day regretting everything you've just done, the good news is that your body's not going to hold at that particular weight that you step on the scale at. Okay, if you're 5 kilos heavier after this week, which would be crazy, but you know, let's face it, some of us are going to do it, including me. You will know, literally, if you then spent the next week dieting, that weight would simply drop back off and you come back down to the weight that you're currently set point at. Okay, you would need to keep consuming the amount of food that you are in that week to keep that weight on and stay that weight for a longer period of time to actually lose that weight. So don't go nuts, and when you look at the scale at the end of the time, if you use the scale, which I recommend, don't go crazy. It is not the set point that you're at. You will lose that weight very quickly. As soon as you go back to dieting or your regular eating pattern, that weight will come back down again. So again, don't worry about putting on weight. It's not going to be any relevance to your body. It will mostly be water retention from the body from all the extra carbohydrates you're consuming. Once you actually crap it all out and, as I say, get back to normal hydration, normal diet, your weight will shoot back down and you'll come back to your normal base level, and then you can work from there. So don't panic from that position, okay? You have to think of everything as a long-term goal. Nothing is short-term. When you get to January, don't think that you have to then lose that 5 kilos straight back off and then lose another 5 kilos and go straight into some dieting mode, because that's not going to work. Quick fixes never work. Losing a lot of weight in a short amount of time never works. Okay, what does work is long, slow, steady progress. So when you get back to January the 1st or January the 2nd, whenever you want to officially start your diet or your trend back to where you want to go, think about it long term. Think about it realistically, and think about the actual things that you want to do, which I will talk about later on in the Finish Awesome Friday when it comes to mindset and how you should be treating your goals and how you should be setting your goals. It's something I will educate you guys on a little bit more as we go along, but think about that long term, okay? Once you get back to your normal body weight levels, start thinking about your dieting, start thinking about losing that 1 to 2 pounds of weight per week, which won't be linear, won't be every week, but that's what you want to be doing. Just chipping away, work at it. So this time next year, when you come to Christmas, you'll be that much lighter, feel that much better, and you won't worry about Christmas as much as you did this year. Okay, guys? Just enjoy yourself. Just chill out with the family, chill out with your friends, whoever it's going to be with, have a few drinks, enjoy yourself. The amount of food that you're going to eat on Christmas Day is not the representative of what you should be eating every single day. But the great thing about Christmas dinner, if you're going to have a traditional Christmas dinner, that is it's got plenty of protein with the turkey. You've got plenty of vegetables, so you're getting all your minerals in there as well and your vitamins, okay? You've Got some good carbohydrates in there, like some potatoes and parsnips, okay? And then there's some naughty treats as well on top, but just think about all the good things you're actually putting into your body as well. You're actually probably, the amount of protein you should be eating on a daily basis anyway on that one day, and actually, you know, it might open your eyes to what the possibilities could be, the gains that you could make, okay? So maybe a recommendation is to have a nice pre-Christmas dinner workout in the morning, if you fancy it, get a pump on, then get those gains, okay guys? Enjoy yourself, have a great few drinks, have a great few packets of nuts or crisps or whatever else you want on the side as well. Enjoy it, do not stress. I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't see you beforehand. Next year, some big projects coming up again. I'm always trying to evolve, I'm always trying to move things forward, but if there's anything you guys would like me to cover, with anything you'd like me to talk about, please comment below, please speak to me, please share, please give this information out to people if you can. Any sort of help in turn trying to spread the message and trying to get the right information out to people so that they can enjoy themselves and actually start looking at fitness not as a chore, not as a something they have to do, but actually just something that they quite enjoy, and it gives them the freedom to feel and look better and to do things that you actually want to do. Okay guys, so just be awesome. I'll see you guys in the new year. I'll catch you later.